Now, Luminar Neo is a one-stop creative platform for photographers. It's an easy-to-use platform for photography lovers that it empowers them to express the beauty they imagined thanks to its innovative AI-driven tools. Okay, so that's what the website says. But because I use it a lot, and I thought I'd want to show everyone how I use it and all. And I just want to show how powerful really it is and how easy it is that someone like me, an amateur, got into it and use it a lot in my photography. So now it's available on a monthly or an annual subscription, or you can get a lifetime version, which is what I've got. That you buy outright. You can also get all the new updates that they give you. So it's just like when you buy it outright, don't expect them to ignore you. You'll keep getting the downloads and the updates that come along with it. And I've got to say, there's so many updates. I mean, those guys at Skylum, they're like updating something nearly every week. It's really good. So they're really engaging with their customers. I found anyway. Every week there's always an update. It's unreal. So now I've got a 10% discount code in the description. Of course you can try it before you buy, like a lot of software, and I think they give you a 2-week trial, and then you've got like a 30-day money back guarantee if you change your mind. So I mean, really, you can't lose. So you just download it, give it a go, and even if you buy it and you don't like it, within the 30 days they'll give it back, refund. So now, Luminar is a fully functioning standalone application, but you can also use it as a plugin for Photoshop, Lightroom, and I think called Photos for Mac users. I don't have those, but I just use it as a standalone, and I don't see the reason why you need Photoshop anyway. But if you do have that, you can use it as a plugin in conjunction with it. Or like me, I just use it as a standalone. So now some of you might think, look, I don't have the time, or I couldn't be bothered. I'm going to take a photo and it's just going to come straight out of the camera. But I'm telling you now, trust me, you can turn a really boring photo into something great within seconds. Because there's a lot of tech behind this app. So and it's so easy to learn. You really won't spend that much time on the computer, and your photos are going to be 100 times better than straight out of camera. So, or with those Instagram apps that you can play around with. Now, even professionals are starting to see the advantages of Luminar Neo because of its speed without sacrificing the quality. Now, I had Luminar 4 originally, and that was great, but the whole layers and masking was quite tricky for me anyway to learn and remember. But now with Neo, it's so intuitive and natural to do. I'll show you here. Okay, I'll just show you a quick example. On Luminar 4, I always wanted to do that color replacement, and we had to do layers and everything. But when Neo came along, I show you, it was so easy, and this is just like an example. I mean, I know this color replacement's a bit tacky, but how that works, and then you can see how you can apply it to other stuff as well. Let me just crop that out first. There. So I just go to black and white, for instance. I go to masking. Now, normally you could cut that out, and using your mouse and everything, but they got that mask AI thing, which is unreal. Looks like the Matrix. Oh, it follows your mouse. I didn't even know. And then you can even pick it. So there's a human. So you go human. There you go. So it found the human. Easy. I got that person in the background there. So, but what you can also do is you go there and you go to brush and you go to erase and just, you can get rid of what you don't want. Or if the AI didn't work very well, I'll just do it rough. If the AI didn't work very well, you can just like paint a little bit here and there just to touch it up and that. But then what I would do is really, it's just really cool. You would invert it. So now everything but the man. That's unreal. I mean, it took me ages in Luminar 4 to try and first remember how to bloody do it, and then to actually do it. So, and then all I got to do is go there, convert to black and white. So simple. So that was just a small example. But if you take like a nice photo, I'll show you with this one. This one I edited already. These are the things that I did, like say, vignette, simple vignette. I put a bit of golden hour in there. Just one little slider. That's it. Just a subtle little change. What else did I do with this one? The details, just made it a smidge, little bit sharper on the girl. Nothing too drastic. I like this one here, mood. That one complete. There's a LUT you got LUTs that they give you, and that just kind of changed the mood a bit there. And you can go crazy with it, but it's the subtle things and changes, and then there's super contrast, which I really like. This one does a lot. That one does a lot. So, and then if you go back to here and you see the final product, yeah, I'm telling you, I didn't really even study it that hard, and I could figure out to get a really good, photo. So when I was first trying it out a couple of months ago. So I'm telling you now, the learning curve is so fast, and it's a professional tool. So how do you like my new studio? I don't know. I think my face might be I think that light there and that light. Anyway, now I skipped Luminar AI, which was the last one that they brought out, because it didn't really have all the full features of Luminar 4, which was the best one. Luminar 4 was kind of the breakthrough one. But Luminar Neo now, in a sense, it kind of marries the revolutionary technology that came out of Luminar 4 with the AI features of Luminar AI, and it kind of married them together, and now it's the perfect tool. That's why I kind of jokingly call it Luminar 5. So yeah, I recommend just go straight to Luminar Neo. Now Neo is renowned for these things, all right? So sky replacement. Seriously, it's probably the best in the business, their sky replacement. I think that's kind of one of the first things when I noticed last year when they had it. It was one of the things, oh wow, they really nailed the sky replacement. Now a lot of people don't think that's cheating, but there are practical uses for it, sky replacement. The basic adjustment in one slider. Now these sliders that come with Luminar Neo, I reckon they're magic. Now some of the sliders, it's because they have AI built into them, and it just helps you adjust. You just got to remember, don't go too overboard. It's just it's like small moves, Ellie. Remember that movie? Now the main one, which is what I mentioned before, that I really got into it for, was the smart masking and the layering, the easy way of layering, which I think is just smart masking tools. In Luminar Neo, it's just so intuitive, like I showed you before. It's just, color in what you want to change and change it. It really is just like coloring in, and you can do it gradually. It's just, that's one of the biggest points why I keep going back to it, because I use Photolabs 5 as well, but I'm always finding that I go back to Luminar Neo just because it's so easy and powerful as well. The photos that come out of it. Now some of the other things that I like, which I kind of gravitate to, it's probably a small thing, but it's the fixing tool, like the dust particles, the telegraph lines. That's all the AI part of it. But the Band-Aid tool one, where you just get rid of someone, you can cut them out and replace them. I found that Luminar Neo's one is probably the best out of all of them. I used the Lightroom one. That was not too bad, and the Photolab one was useless. But the Luminar Neo, it's just so intuitive. And then you've also got the new cloning tool as well. When that fixing Band-Aid tool doesn't work, the cloning one is awesome as well. So that's another reason why I keep using it, because there's a lot of distracting stuff in the background of photos and just little bits and pieces that you touch up. It really adds to the photo and the overall look. The other thing is they've got a whole section dedicated to portraits and body AI, which is awesome if you want to get into like portrait photography and you kind of, don't know which way to go, because it's probably one of the most diciest areas, and where you can go overboard. So with Neo, just remember, don't go easy on the sliders, because your model could turn into a plastic doll, but it kind of trains you and teaches you on some of the things that you should look out for, like bringing out the best of portraits and face, the eyes and stuff. So yeah, I mean, for someone who's not really into portrait photography, I use it a lot, just for like my family. It just enhances a normal dull photo of someone, but just remember, don't go too hard, because you'll turn them into a plastic doll. And the other thing that I really like, which is one of the best I've seen, is the super contrast. The sliders for super contrast. And I'm telling you, when you use super contrast, it just gives you that extra little edge. Plus, along with all the other sliders, like the normal contrast and the smart contrast. Yeah, I mean, there's so much to unpack with Luminar Neo. That's why I'm going to do more videos about it, and try and like isolate each one and make a dedicated video to that. So remember to like and subscribe. All right. Now, on top of all that, they've introduced extensions that you can pay for. They've got noiseless AI. That's kind of like that Topaz and DxO. So they've got upscale AI. Now that's great for kind of like wildlife, where you can crop into a lot of the photo and kind of sharpen up the mushy pixels that happen when you crop in. They got the AI background removal. That's like sky replacement, but you can do heaps more. You can practically do anything, really. It's like it really is like magic. You can just completely get rid of the background. Focus stacking is another awesome one that I'm really looking forward to playing around with, because that's good for macros and landscapes. That's one that I'm really looking forward to testing, and because I like my macro, and I don't really have any other software. So that actually stacks it. I tried to use Olympus OM Share, but it keeps crashing. That's a free version anyway, so I don't trust that too much with my macro stuff. So this I'm really excited to test out. So stay tuned for that, focus stacking, and super sharp AI. Now that, I don't know, I'm going to have to look into that one. Looking forward to testing it though, because I'm thinking, if you missed focus, you missed focus. I mean, if they can pull that off, hats off to Luminar. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to testing the Focus super sharp AI. Taking all your blurry, crappy shots and making them sharp again. Yeah. Anyway, and Magic Light AI. Now that one is good for like night photography. Make that kind of sparkly on the lights and that, and just like overall give that night photography that kind of cinematic look. You know what I mean? So that's Luminar Neo. I mean, there's way more to it than what I've just explained, but I will do like a video on kind of each section, because I've got the extensions now, so I'll test all the extensions out and kind of just like show you how it works and little tricks and stuff that I learn along the way that I can share with you. Anyway, stay tuned for more Luminar videos from me, and I'll catch you on the next one.